Hello, and welcome to Eventeny. Eventeny is an enterprise event management platform where you can manage your vendors, exhibitors, sponsors, and volunteers all in one place. This tutorial will walk you through Eventeny and how you can set up your events. Each tutorial will be broken down into different sections, and this section will review the basics of Eventeny. The first thing to start with Eventeny is by logging in at eventeny.com. You can sign in, and if you do not have an account, you can sign up. If you sign in, it will ask for your username, which is typically your email address, as well as your password. When you log in, this is what you will see. If you go to the section where it says My Events, you can click on that, and this will be where you will have your dashboard of all of your events that you have. So you may have 10 events, 20 events, or more. All of them will be listed here, your past events, as well as your upcoming events. If you want to create a new event, you do so by clicking Create a New Event in the right corner over here. If you want to manage an existing event, you can click Manage on any of your existing events. You can see over here which ones are live and which ones are under draft mode, meaning something you may just be working on. So let's take a look at this event that I've created called the Universe Science Festival. Here I will see a dashboard of my event. Within this dashboard I see tabs where you can see in the left corner home, vendors, sponsors, and so on. Within each tab you will see sub-tabs. So right now I am in the Home tab, in the Event Info sub-tab, and each sub-tab will vary. So in this section, we're going to review the Home information. For my Universe Science Festival, the first thing it'll ask me is to give it an event title, which I can do so here, including an event type. In this case, it is a festival. The location of the event, the date and the time of its occurrence, and the description, just a quick and brief description of your event that you're planning to host. As well as a picture. A cover picture is usually asked just to be able to showcase that this event is related with this picture. The reason for us asking this information is that so Google can easily crawl on your event, and that way people can easily search for this event based on keywords. So the more information you provide, the better. Now I'll go ahead and save this information. If I go to highlights, I can add different types of highlights. And as you can see, I can add a new highlight by clicking on this button over here, or I can edit an existing one. You can add as many highlights as you like, and normally highlights may include key speakers, performers, panelists, anything you like that you want to be able to showcase. So here I have Coca-Cola as one of my highlights. I can add their website, their name, a description. If you have any additional information, such as their Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or even their LinkedIn, you can add all of these different pieces. You can also upload an image. So here I've added a Coca-Cola icon. And all you have to do is click here to upload a picture. I will go ahead and save this. And I've created this new highlight. You can add pictures from your previous event. So you may want to show it to an attendee that happened to land on this festival page, that this is what your festival typically looks like. And you can click here to add pictures, or you can drag and drop pictures. This is the general information area. When you start to click on the different sub-tabs, you will see that it will change. So here I'm switching to map. For map, you can add as many maps as you like. Here you can see that I've added a number of different maps. I can see which ones are private and which ones I've labeled as public, how many sections there are, how many booths I've created, and what's the status. Is it under draft mode or is it live? And a description. So I'm going to edit this map. If I want to edit a map, I just click on Details. If I want to create a new map, I click on Add a New Map over here in the right corner. Let's click on this Details of Maps for Vendors Only. When I click on this, it asks me for general information, including a title of my map, a description, and the visibility. Here you can see if you click on Public, everyone can see this map. That means even someone searching on Google can find your map. However, if you select Private, only those individuals with this link can view this map. Otherwise, no one else can view your map. So let's say I select Private. On the bottom, you can see that you have an option to copy or delete this map. If you want to create a copy of this map, you can see this is my current title, Map for Vendors Only. It will create a copy that's labeled as Map for Vendors Only Copy. Here you can see where do you want to add this map? Which event? So you can add it to the Universe Science Festival. You can decide what you want to copy. Perhaps you only want to copy the background, or sections, or booths and spaces, or all of them. We can create all of them if we choose. But in this case, I will not copy this map, so I will close out of this. I will save this information, and I can go to my background section. When I click on background, I have a few options here. I can add an image. I can add a blank template. Blank means that there will be nothing in the background. It's just plain white. Or I can use Google Map. I can also add a satellite view of this. However, in this case, let's say I just want to take a screenshot from Google Maps of this location. I can do that. I can add a location, and I can save this. Now I've taken a screenshot of this area. The reason for an image, if you are selecting an image as a background, may be because you have a floor plan that it already exists, or you may have a festival map that you use year to year and it does not change much, and Google Map may not capture that information as precisely as you do. So here we can move on to sections. To create a section, I can add a section here, or I can edit an existing section. You can see I've created a number of different sections over here. Let's say I would like to add a section. I can click on Add, and you can see a light teal color box over here. And I'm going to move it. I'm going to create a volunteer zone. 2. I can create it as a circle or a rectangle. I can give it a color and change the text color if I choose. I can add description if I like. In this case, I can say volunteer zone for check-in and check-out only. I can add a picture of this section if I choose to. So let's add a cute picture. I can expand, make it bigger. You can see the box just got a little bit bigger. I can flip it if I choose to. Say I want to make it maybe a little bit like this and move the area. Might move it right under here. And I can save this. Now you see I've created a volunteer zone 2 right here. You can create as many sections as you like. and color them as you choose. If you move on to the boots and spaces, you can create boots and duplicate them as you like. So you may have an additional boot that you want to preserve that sizing that you've created. You can do that as well. Here on the right corner, you can see a minus and a plus button. You can zoom in and see that I've zoomed into these various boots that I've created. If I click on number 5, here I can see on my left corner, I can create a copy of this boot and it preserves the same shape. I can change the title. Let's say I'm creating 9. I can change the color if I like, and a description of that boot. I can also move it and resize it if I choose to. In this case, I will save 9. And I will zoom out. Now I can see all of my boots, and I've created boot number 9. I can go back to all my maps, and I can see I've created a map for vendors only. Now I have 6 sections, 14 boots, and it is live, and it is private. Here, right next to details, I'll see a preview button. I can see what it looks like for people that I'm sharing it with. This is the map setup that I'm sharing with other individuals. I can share this link if I would like to share it with all my vendors. And here you can see if I click on any of the sections, I can see that picture that I've added, any description. Here I may have a kid zone. I can share kid zone activities that are happening, parking lot information, or anything else, even boots. If I have, in this case, I have a vendor associated with this booth. So here I can see that their website is linked, their logo is linked, and even their description and information is linked. I can show you how to link the vendors when we go over the vendor section. But right now, some of these booths are labeled as empty, like the number 9 we've created. As vendors start to apply, and as you start to approve them, you can link them to the booths that you've created, and I will show that in the vendor section. Below the map, you can see all of the sections you've created, as well as the booths and spaces. Thank you for listening, and the next section we will review is vendors.